Hi, it's Tiffany from A New Dawn Tarot, and I'm here to do your tarot card reading for Friday, November 10th. We're using my travel deck of the classic Rider-Waite. There's my elbow again, looking weird in the camera. I've done 3, and I'll cut the cards and we'll get started. Oops. Okay. So in the past, we have the 5 of Wands, the overall energy for the day on Friday, the Devil, the Hidden Influence, the 5 of Swords in reverse. Move these down a little bit. The Advice, the 2 of Wands in reverse, and the outcome is the Hangman. And try to move this lamp. Nope, it's not gonna work. And on the bottom, we have the Moon. All right, let me get situated. Okay, so in the past we have the 5 of Wands, and that's not knowing where to apply your energy, confusion, lots of activity, ever-changing plans, actions or movement, brainstorming, lots of ideas and plans flying around. Many times this is the too many cooks in the kitchen card. It could also be minor disagreements or a challenge or competition. And the overall influence for the day is the Devil card, which is the Capricorn card. And this could be a burden or obligation, having to do something you don't want to do, but you're going to do it anyway. A temptation, a tempting offer, short-term pleasure or instant gratification, overindulgence. It could be a binding agreement or feeling stuck or trapped. And sometimes it can be an unhealthy relationship. The advice of this card, especially when it comes to offers and contracts, is always read the contracts, agreements, and forms carefully. The hidden influence is the 5 of Swords in reverse. This is moving on from conflict and hostility. This is kind of like, I'm over it, no hard feelings. It could be compromise or this idea of let's get this over with so I can move on. Getting rid of a headache, redemption after defeat, giving or receiving an apology or smoothing things over. This is a peaceful resolution. And the advice is the 2 of Wands in reverse. This is something unplanned or spontaneous, an unexpected change in plans. It could be a negative surprise communication, but it's minor. It could just be a miscommunication in general or not being on the same page. So the advice of this card is communicate, ask questions, and get on the same page. And then we have another major arcana, the Hanged Man. This is a timeout that allows you to gain insight and understanding, taking space, waiting on a decision, a voluntary sacrifice that takes time to pay off, wisdom and knowledge gained through experience. And it's kind of like, this is tough now, but it'll be worth it in the end. And then we have the Moon card as on the bottom of the deck. That's uncertainty, trepidation, doubt, fear. It can mean literally getting lost, kind of like, I'm not sure about this. And so it's like being lost and confused in a fog and trying to find your way out. In the positive, the Moon card is dreams and intuition. And so it's keep going and push through fear, follow your intuition. And so scenario number 1, some of you have had a lot of activity, actions and movement lately, and today there's a burden or obligation. So something you're kind of locked into. I think underneath there's some trepidation or fear as well. The hidden influence is the Five of Wands, so you should change your mindset and try not to think of whatever this is as an obligation. And the advice is to be more spontaneous and try something new and unfamiliar. And in the end, I think you'll have a newfound appreciation, and I'll think whatever it is will be worth it. For scenario 2, some of you may be confused as to where you stand with someone, especially if this is a romantic relationship or a burgeoning relationship. And there may be a chance for some short-term gratification or passion. And I almost get like a not a booty call, but kind of, hey, what are you doing today? Like, I don't know, like the person just thought of you today. Your advice is to communicate, ask questions, direct questions, and listen to the answers you're given, not what you want to hear. And I think, if it's not for you, you'll be able to move on and gain some insight. But sometimes we put our own stuff on someone. What if it's like, oh, I thought you kind of knew that we were just friends with benefits, or that, I'm not ready for a serious relationship right now, or whatever it is. And so if that's not what you're interested in, just make sure that you're clarifying and that you're hearing what's actually being said. Actually, sometimes you hear what's not being said as well. The third scenario is, in the past, there may have been a lot of ideas and plans flying around, kind of like that too many cooks in the kitchen, or minor disagreements. And today, a contract or agreement may be offered. And although this may be a resolution or even a vindication in some way, the advice is to communicate, ask questions, and get on the same page before you accept, agree, or sign. Read the details and fine print carefully. You will gain insight and understanding. And maybe you'll learn something about whoever's making the agreement with you, even if it's a company, whether it's a company or a person. You'll find a mistake. There may even be things you didn't know that you were agreeing to in the fine print or in the contract. So just look over everything before you agree or sign. So let's pull a Madame Endora card. So I already shuffled these 3 times, and let's move these. And let's pull a Madame Endora card. And this card is the Gate. A barrier keeps you from your goal. So particularly with scenario number 2 and number 3. So it doesn't mean it's an insurmountable barrier. And just make sure everything is right for you and the situation and what you want in the long term. So that is your reading for Friday. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, and I'll see you for the weekend.